Hi Stampers, it's Diane Evans with StampinWithDiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. Now, if this is your first time coming to my YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed before, make sure that you do click the subscribe and hit the bell button below. And then every time that I upload a new video, you'll be notified. So today what I want to do is I want to focus on this Flowering Cactus product medley. Now this medley, and they seem to do, Stampin' Up's doing medleys now, each and every catalog. But this medley, when I first looked at it, I went, yeah, well, whatever. Once you start playing with this medley, trust me, you're going to love it. Not only does it come with the dies and the stamp set, but it also comes with, this is the dies and the stamp set. It also comes with 6x6 designer series paper. And the colors in here are absolutely amazing. I know when you look at purple and green, you go, that doesn't kind of sing to me. But you know what? It really is beautiful designer series paper. And another thing that it does come with, it comes with this twine, which is in the Calypso Coral and the regular twine. And then they have these flowering, because they're flowering cactus, they have these felt embellishments here as well. Like I say, it's a really, really cute set to work with. So what I want to do is I want to show a card. And it's actually a card that I do on my mystery challenge. Each and every Wednesday I do a mystery challenge. And I give a bunch of measurements. And then I go through and I give clues on how to make it. So I could show you a card that we had done, that I had done originally for that. But I decided to use the same measurements to do a card today. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be using some of this designer series paper. I do want to show you one thing. You could take this designer series paper and actually use the dies to cut it out. But I'm going to show you actually how you can get this kind of coloring on your own with the stamp sets. Like I say, I've been playing with this a lot. I think I like the color combination of Mint Macaron and the Mossy Meadow is what I really like. I just think it's a beautiful combination. So, and we are going to, this is just a regular card piece, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So we want to make sure that we go in and use our bone folder and get a good crease on that. Now this is the first layer, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. All of my measurements will be linked to my blog post that I have for this particular one. And it'll also give the measurements on there. Gives you all the product detail and everything else that I've used on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there. Remember, with everything, you could turn around and you could do some embossing with it. But I do have a piece that I've already done some embossing on it as well. So I decided I was going to use this designer series paper. I like this. It's something that it kind of, when you first look at it, it kind of draws you back. But it really is pretty. And then I like the back side of it as well. Now on the back side, it looks like little prickles. I think they're supposed to signify. And they also have a die in here that are the same with that. So... But I'm going to go put this onto the front. This is a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. And we'll just put that there. And now I have a piece of some more Mint Macaron. And this is 3.5 by 3 3/4. And I'm actually going to put that over to this side, where it's right over to where the Mint Macaron is on this side. And because it is embossed, I always use my liquid glue on there just so that it gets into the crevices and it's going to stick and it's not going to come off. And it's kind of nice because you can also, you've got a bit of wiggle room with it as well as soon as you put it on. So we're just going to put that off to the side there. Now, have I got that? Yeah, I've got, whoops, might want to move that just up, just a tad. See what I mean by the wiggle room there as well. Now on this particular thing, I have also that I used on there was this I used, and that's where I'm actually going to put my image on there. This is cut from the Stitch shape dies. But I want to show you a couple of things with this. We're going to stamp on here, and because it is a photopolymer stamp set, I'm coming in with my paper piercing mat. That gives where you have better coverage when you use a photopolymer stamp set. So I'm coming in with this image here, and I'm also using this image as well. So I'm going to ink it up with the mint macaron. And then I have my Mossy Meadow, and that is where I'm going to get the different colors on my particular cacti. So I'm just got this stamped in there with the mint macaron, and then I'm coming in with a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to actually put some of that Mossy Meadow on there. And I don't think I have to, but I'm going to huff. And we're just going to stamp that on there. Okay. You know what? I might try another one. I don't think I got it inked up properly on there. So back into the mint macaron. This is one of my older pads. And what I had done is I re-inked it, and I really re-inked it so that it's almost a different color, and I didn't want it to be that different color on there. Okay, so let me have. That's almost going to look like circles on there. Okay, now this other little piece here is just like something that's come off of a cacti, but I just wanted a tiny bit of that color on there. I'm going to also put a tiny bit of the Mossy Meadow on there as well. Just like that. Just to give a bit of a different sort of look on there. You know what? I do like this one better, so I think I'll use that one. Now, the dies are very, very simple to cut out, and I'm going to show you a couple of the different dies that I'm using on this particular card. I'll use this one, and I'll use this one to cut it out. Now, this particular stamp set and dies also work completely in the mini. So every die that I use on here, I can use in my mini cut and emboss. So I'm going to come in here, and we're just going to die cut these. When you've got this, make sure that you do keep turning your plates so that you've got where it won't warp is, I guess, what it would be. Now I could cut these both out together, and I think I'm going to give that a try. Now the other key with using this mini emboss, because it doesn't have as much of a platform to go through, you want to stagger your plates. Let's see how that's going to work. There we go. So when I say stagger, you're not going to have them all meet all at one end. And you'll find it'll go through really, really easily. And I just went and moved that again. So let me just go back in. But I want to show that. I think it's really important that if you do have one of these cut and emboss machines, that you realize that that's how you stagger your plates. Let's just go ahead and try that again. There we go. There we go. And we've got these pieces cut out. Like I say, this cut and emboss machine is so cute and so amazing. Now, other things that are in this particular dies are, this is a cacti. And when you see it, it cuts and embosses at the same time. So we're going to have one of those. We're going to have these on there. And this is a pretty cool thing too, because what it does is it goes through and it'll give that whole image across different pieces of paper. So I've used that as well on another card that I've done. And I've gone ahead and cut these out ahead of time. And that's what we're going to use for embellishments on this particular card. All right, so I've got my other parts here. Now, one other thing that I did add that I'm going to put a sentiment on, and I'm not sure what sentiment I'm going to use, but this is from the Hydrangea Haven, or the Hydrangea Gardens, or Hydrangea Haven dies, and I really like this particular one because of the way that it has the stitching on here, just to show you some more different cutouts that are there. All right, so I'm going to actually, you know what, I think maybe I'm going to skip using that particular one, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a sentiment on from here, and it's hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. I'm hoping that's going to work on there and not be too small, make it too small. I think it'll work out okay. So I'm coming back in with that paper piercing mat, and I'm going to put this on with mint macaron as well. Yeah, I do need a few birthday cards that are coming up, so let me just put that off to the side. There we go. And I am going to pop this up on dimensionals. All right, so we're going to put this at about there, I think. So this guy's going to go on here. We're going to have this one here. We can have it going off of this particular circle. And then I also want to put this guy on there as well. And I think we'll put him underneath. So I'm just going to go and use some seal on there. And we're going to just put that right about there. And we're going to pop this guy up. But we're going to have to put this guy on here. So I'm going to actually stick him on there. And then we're going to stick a dimensional behind. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to show. We're hoping it's not going to go ahead and show. I want to put that over there a little bit. So dimensionals there. You know what? I'm just going to have to put it like that. Okay. Now, this is where I'm saying I was going to put a dimensional behind here, and I'm hoping it's not going to show through. Okay, we're okay. There we go. And then let's go ahead and put these dimensionals on this one. Bring that up a bit. Now, I can go ahead and I can put some of these embellishments on there as well, which, you know what, I think I will, because I do think that they're kind of cute. We can put one here. Maybe just put one, that we only have one flowering. I'm going to use some glue dots. And I found that I really wanted to make sure it stuck, so I used 2 glue dots on there when I put these ones on. This one needs a bit of a haircut, so I'm just going to go in and take off some of this stuff from the back. There we go. And the only reason I was thinking of just one, I don't like how that's sticking on there. Let's see. Go back. Might even have to use a glue dot on this instead. Do I want it up like that? Sure, we can do that. Now, like I say, I did have some of these that I thought would be really kind of neat to put on there. Now, I'm going to use, let's just take this paper piercing mat out of there. Another thing I probably could have done was I probably could have put some twine around there as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, now I also wanted on this particular one, I wanted to put a strip of Designer Series paper down here. And I'm not sure. So I was going to use just a piece like this, and this is like a 1/2 inch by 3.5 inches. And I actually have a piece on my cutter, so I'll just cut that. So let me just go in and cut that. So it's about 3.5 inches. And this is what's going to correspond these other, call them prickles, I think. So all that's going to do is just add a bit more dimension to this particular card. So let's go put that there. There. And then I'm going to put these, like I say, these prickles on there. So let's just see where I should put them. They come in a set of 3, so I'm just going to bring those off there. They're pretty small, so, and it's easier to pick them up with the paper here, so I think I'll do it kind of like that. Okay. So what I can do is I can just go in and put my glue. And I might have to use some tweezers to pick these up because they're pretty small. I'm just going to put that there. And I could put more on it if I want. I'm going to see if maybe I should put some different, another couple of flowers on there as well. We'll just see how that looks. Finding that some of these dies are very, very intricate, very small and fiddly, I guess, but you know, you get what you put into it, right? So let's go there. Now let's see if this needs some more flowers on there. I'm wondering. Don't like how that went there. No. They would need more of the smaller ones, I would think. Let's see if there's one there. Would look. No, you know what? I'm just going to leave it with the one, I think. I'm hoping that that's going to look okay. Like I say, on my other card, I had put my sentiment down here, but this one is a birthday card. So there's my card using, and I probably would have to also put a piece on the inside, which we probably could do. And then I could even put this on the inside with it as well. So you want to make sure that you do decorate the inside of your card. I don't know who this card's going to be for at this point. And without something there with a card, you know what? I want to see. I know this is like, I'm not liking where I put that there. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. I want to cover that piece up. I think that's why I was having issues with that there. So let's just go in and put that little piece behind there so that we've got that covered up. Okay, that is looking better. I might even put one extra one on there. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did like that, give me the thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's because you want to get notified when I do upload a new video. Also, another thing, if you do live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I have a very generous reward program. You can check that out on my blog. And I do give away tutorials each and every month for anybody that does any kind of an online purchase. And at this point right now, for the month of February, or the month of January, I have 3 tutorials that I'm giving away. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that and have a great day. Bye for now.